Who are you?
My name is Karen Marie Ørsted, and my artist name is M.I.A.
M.I.A, welcome to Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada.
Thank you.
Right off the bat, I have a gift for you.
Really?
Yes, I have Kim Gordon's solo LP.
Oh shit! I haven't heard it yet, so that's crazy.
And you love the Gordon, don't you?
I really, really do. She was like my, like my big hero and role model throughout my teen years, and still is actually like so.
This is from about the 2000s.
What?
This is from the 2000s. This one.
Oh, what? From the 2000s?
Yeah, it's on Sonic Youth Records from about 2000.
Wow. Wow, thanks. This is great.
No problem. Only the best for
M.I.A.
I was also curious. What can you tell the people about Bumsen, Death Machine, and Stone Street?
Bumsen?
Bumsen.
Oh yeah. Well, my good friend, like actually two of my very good friends used to live there, and it's like this squat in Copenhagen. That's it's not that far away from the old youth house, 69. And yeah, I had I used to be in a punk band with this girl called Josefine, and she used to live there. So I would hang out there a lot.
What is the youth house in Copenhagen? What can you tell the people about the youth house in Copenhagen?
Well, it's not there anymore, unfortunately. It got taken over by some Christian fanatics who then teared it down because they thought it was possessed. So it's something that's in our memories now.
What was it for people who don't understand? Like, what exactly was? What was its importance?
Well, I think it was. I was very young when it was really going on. But I got there, seeing one of my favorite bands called Hjertestop, which was this punk band, and I crashed out in front of the stage, and I was only 14. But then, only maybe 3 years after that, it got teared down, But it was like a place where, punks and people who had a political opinion, like on the left wing, they would come and hang out and do a lot of great stuff, Like a lot of great music and art started there. But I think they should have kept it because, it's like it has a cultural value.
M.I.A, I think it's so great that you're on the same record label as Ice Age and the Cola Freaks.
Well, I'm not.
You were, though. More was.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like, what can you tell the people about the Cola Freaks? The Cola Freaks.
Yeah. Well, they have this very, very great song called Sniper, which is one of my favorite songs, actually, from this, the Danish punk scene. And yeah, they're great. And the lead singer Mads, he's always, he's so crazy when he performs. I remember when I saw them first time, I was like, oh my God, is he possessed right now? But that was so inspiring because, he was just letting go and being like, and I just thought that was so cool, So they really made a huge impression on me.
What can you tell the people about these posters that you designed? Can you take this out here?
No, I didn't design this one, but it's just it's from back in the days when I played in in M.I.A. Because always when you came to these squats or venues, they would always do these little posters. I know that they do that too now, but back then, I really just thought the poster art was so great. So it's I would always take a poster when we came to these new places.
And I love how they bill you too. How do they bill you there?
Like Danish electro punk ladies.
How did you go over at that gig?
This one? It was good. There wasn't that many people, I remember, but we were thrilled to play there because Koma F is a part of Køby, this big squad in Berlin, and we were both totally proud about that. And we had two of our very good friends with us, and we just we got totally drunk and had fun. So that was a good night.
And underneath, actually, there's a few more posters I want to ask about. If you could pull that out there. What can you tell the people about these posters from your old band M.I.A? What do you remember about these gigs?
Well, that's also that's this squad in Flensburg, also in Germany. And we used to play there many times. And that, it was just... we would take our friends with us down there, drive there, rent a car and go there and just get shit-faced. And
do you remember the gig at all? And look how they bill you, too. They call you...
electro pop, hip-hop like crazy. Yeah. We also had an alter ego where we would rap, and instead of mor, we would call us bror, which means brother, instead of mother. This means mother. And yeah, I remember we would just, these are some legendary Danish punk acts. And we were just
What can you say about them? Just curious. Anything about them?
Well, Hjertestop was this band that I told you about. That when I went to the youth house when I was 14, they were the first kind of punk show I ever really saw in the youth house, and where I crashed in front of the stage. And yeah, he's very cool.
So like the gig ended and you just fell asleep in front of the stage?
yeah, with my friend, and we would go home the other day. We lived like 2 hours from there.
And underneath there's another poster there.
Oh yeah. Well, this is the Høje Hæle, which more the Høje Hæle were kind of like our older brothers. We would tour with them in Europe and stuff. And they're also like in as I said, like in family with these cola freaks. Oh, and there they are. Yeah. It says like, come to this big release party. And Cola Freaks and the Høje Hæle were playing. And this was the first. Fisse i dit fjes means pussy in your face. And that was our first vinyl release.
Moo, have you mastered stage diving, crowd surfing? Have you mastered that yet?
I don't know if I have mastered it, but I'm getting there slowly, I guess. I mean, at least I'm very interested in getting better and better. And in mastering it, yes.
What are some of the hints for people that want to stage dive during a band or crowd surf? What are some hints for them, for beginners?
Yeah, for beginners, I would say just let go. I mean, of course, you should have eye contact with, and you should look at some people who are like tall, so you know that they can carry you. And then you should just let go and not be afraid what will happen, because it's very important that it becomes this like kind of just animalistic thing you just do, like just So you have to find some people who like kind of big that can carry you, and then you have to just let go.
I love all the practice that you've had, Moo. Like you've been practicing in M.I.A for years, haven't you? Up there on the squats, crowd surfing and dancing. So many years you've put in.
Actually, in M.I.A I didn't stage dive back then. We were just like, but actually stage diving is something I started doing like maybe only half a year ago or something. But I've wanted it for so long. But then I met this guy from a Danish band called Reptile Youth, and he's like crazy good at stage diving. So I was like, okay, I want to do that too. And so I started.
So you learned from him?
Yeah.
So thank you, Reptile Youth.
Yeah, thank you, Reptile Youth.
And Moo, is it true that guys are throwing their underwear at you now?
Well, I've tried that one time in Dublin. And that was, but I'm not sure if it was a guy, but it was boy underwear, yeah.
And had your name on it?
Yeah, and a cow.
Where have you got your stage moves? Is that from Reptile Youth? Like, who have you been inspired by on stage from the punk variety?
Well, I mean, I think on stage, I think my inspiration comes from my days in M.I.A. Because it was only Josefina and me and this laptop. And so we would just, and we had to entertain all these people. So it was just about being like, just letting go. So, something had to happen, So that I guess that's where the moves actually come from.
Like running track. You're into running track, aren't you?
Yeah, me, I used to, yeah. But that was this, it was this kind of running where you would run in the forest and find little checkpoints.
Hide and go seek?
Yeah, something like that.
Treasure hunt?
Yeah, kind of. But like in a professional way. Or what you say, like it was like a big deal, it was so important to get all these checkpoints and like come home quickly, and so you would win the game.
What did you win if you won the game?
You could win medals and stuff like that, all kinds of great stuff, T-shirts and bags.
What was it called? What was your time? Did you have a time for it?
No, I mean, it's called orienteringsløb in Danish. It means like, orientating, like following a map, like orientating through the, the forest, finding checkpoints. And I mean, my biggest thing I tried in that was I won the second, I won silver in the Danish championships. So I was very proud of that.
I noticed another gig you played with M.I.A was you played the Monsters of Punk with Spielführer.
Yeah, Spielführer, yeah.
What was going on there? There's a video on YouTube about that.
Oh yeah, but I guess it was like at a punk event in Odense where I come from. And I because every time we played with Spielführer, we would always get like totally drunk because, they were just like drinking so fast. Every time we would go to their, the place where they would rehearse, and stuff, you would get drunk like a half an hour before you entered the room. So, yeah.
What were they drinking?
They would like, strong beers, gold beers. I don't know what you call it over here.
What would you recommend drinking over there if we want to end up like Spielführer?
Well, I would say drink a lot of gold beers and then take a little shot each time you drink. If you want to get drunk.
Your band M.I.A.
Mm-hmm.
You also had a song where you talk about stabbing people. There's a video of kids stabbing each other. What's going on there?
Oh yeah, that's the one called Tæv til alle, means beat up everybody. And it was just, a lot of the songs, like it was kind of with a blink in the eye, like, but it was like about just just it was like the chorus was like to la 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 la, and it means to just beat up everybody.
And there's some girls getting stabbed in that. Is that you guys? It didn't look like you.
No, that's a very very dear friend, Fryd Frydendal, who used to live in New York, and her friend Megumi. They went to this art school in New York, and they did this video for us.
You know the TV series The Kingdom at all?
The Kingdom? Oh,
Lars van
Trier. Oh, yeah. No, The Kingdom, like, I guess it's Riget in Danish, I think. Yeah, I know that. It's great. I love him. He's great, yeah.
Do you remember much about the series?
Well, I remember when I was a little kid, that was when it was, on air in Danish television, and I was, like, scared to death about it. It was like, I was crazy scared of it. But then, when I became a grown-up, or what did you say? I mean, I started watching it, and I loved it, because it's so... it's so wild.
There's a Swedish character in there, a doctor. I don't know if you remember.
Oh yeah. It's this like he's an alcoholic, right? And like, ugh.
And he always looks up at the sky and yells, "Dunsk Jävlar!"
Oh yeah. That's right. Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
Which translates as.
I think I'm not totally sure, but I think it's like, wasn't he saying like "Jävla svensk" eller it wasn't it like he was condemning the people, right?
Danish fuckers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Moo, anything else you want to add to the people out there at all?
Go for it. Don't be tied up. Just let go.
Why should people care about Moo? Why should people care?
Because I care about them.
All right. Well, thanks so much, Moo. Keep on rocking in the free world and do.
Do.